Presidents, I believe it's this May. He's a very funny guy. Let's have a hand for John Baglio.
All right. It's great to be here, you guys. It's great to be here. Things are actually, surprisingly great for me right now. I got a lot of great things going on in my life. Things are great because, A, I've lost 35 pounds in the past 5 months. Thank you. What else is going on? B, I just got engaged. What? Getting married! Whoop, whoop. Thank you. What else is going on? C, I just found out my fiance is actually pregnant. Their firstborn child on the way. Gonna be a dad, you guys. I don't know if I'm up for it, but I'm gonna give it a shot and raise that kid right. Woo, boy. Thank you. Or D, none of the above. It's D, you guys. The answer's D. If you didn't know it's D. Things aren't going so great right now. It's great to be here. I hear everyone's been making fun of you guys. Bunch of jerks. I wouldn't mess with you. Scally Cap's very intimidating. Can I see that hat real quick? See, Scally Cap's very intimidating. I tried wearing a Scally Cap, but when I put it on, I don't look tough. I just look like an overweight newsie. Extra, extra, read all about it. I have type 2 I went to a college party this past weekend, you guys. Went to a college party. Very uncomfortable with college parties. I'm 23, and when I go to college parties after I finish school, I feel really uncomfortable. Because, I don't feel like I'm old. I feel like I'm too old to be there, but at the same time, I don't look old enough to be there. I don't look like I belong at a college party. I look like the best player at the Little League World Series every year. And so I don't like going to these parties, so I got dragged to this apartment. I had no idea what I was getting into. And I get there, and the floor mat for the apartment, where it usually says, welcome home, or home sweet home. This one said, come back when you have a warrant. It's all right, this is pretty aggressive. This is going to be an aggressive party. It's going to be intense. I get upstairs. The party is just 11 kids playing spin the bottle and watching James Bond movies. It's the entire party. So I left. As I'm leaving the party, a cop drives past me and then doubles back. He's like, hey, aren't you Jen Baglio's brother? And I'm like, oh yeah. So I knew the cop, and we're talking. We're like, my sister just got engaged. He's like, I know, it's crazy. And middle of the conversation, cracks open a Coors Light. In the cop car, just one of those big 20-ounce cans. He's like, so what brings you here? What brings you to Mission Hill? And I was just like, oh, I was just at a party. He's like, yeah, I used to party in this neighborhood. I'm like, no, you still do. Trust me, you're partying harder than anyone on this block right now. January's almost over. I already gave up on my New Year's resolution. I already gave it up. It wasn't to lose weight. Stop judging me, Hank. It was to stop lying. I tried to stop lying, but I spent most of 2014 so far dealing with a lie I told in 2013. New Year's Eve 2013, everyone's doing all these Facebook posts about how great 2013 was. And I was just like, this is stupid. I'm going to do a fake one. I'm going to do 2 truths and a lie. It'll be funny. I'm a comedian. This is what I do. So I did the post, which just 2013 was great. Comedy's going well. My new job's exciting. And I'm finally going to decide to adopt my fiancée Denise's son Jeffrey. And come 2014, I'm going to win Stepdad of the Year. Now, in reality, all 3 of those things are lies. Things are not going great, guys. But I thought people who would know me would know that I don't have a fiancé, nor do I want to have kids. But 121 Facebook likes later, People were astonishingly convinced. People were calling my house and they were like, "Oh my God, that's so great for John. Why didn't you tell us?" And my mom, I have to explain to my mom what happened. I have to explain to her what Facebook is. And she's like, "Take that down or I'm going to stop doing your laundry." So I did. I went to go take it down. And I had a message in my inbox. And it was from a girl I hadn't seen since junior high in like 10 years. I hadn't talked to her in forever. Sent me this message that said like, "Hey John, saw the Facebook post. Glad to hear things are finally starting to go your way. We were really worried for a little bit. Glad you're getting it together." And I have to keep the lie going. I can't just be like, "No, you were right about me the entire time." And so this has been going on. People will come up to me still and just be like, "Hey, you're engaged, that's great." And I'm so annoyed about it. So what I did, earlier this week, I went on Monday, I just posted in all caps, "The wedding is off and I don't want to talk about it." But people didn't know which wedding I was talking about. My sister just got engaged. So she's like, "John, what did you do?" And now I'm out of the wedding. So if anyone needs a groomman this November, this guy. Overweight newsie will be that guy. I think my whole thing with lying, it really kind of stemmed from my parents. You know, because I was 7 years old. This will get uncomfortable. But when I was 7 years old, I accidentally walked in on my parents having sex. Yuck, right guys? Yuck city. And I'm only 7 years old. I don't know any better. So my parents just lied to me. They told me they were wrestling each other. And I don't know, looking back on that now, I'm just like, why did they think that would work? I'm just like, wrestling. I love wrestling! Mom, you look like you're losing. Just tag me in. Tag me in. Tag me in. And that was the same night I found out wrestling was fake, you guys. Same night. Same night. It gets worse. 2 days later, I got into a fight with a bully at school, and I decided to show off all the new moves I learned from my parents. Yeah, I look pretty tough, you guys. I look pretty tough. It wasn't that bad, though. It wasn't that bad, you guys. It was not that bad. There was some slapping, some pinching, and at the very end, I screamed out, "What do you want from me, Maureen? I'm not 28 anymore, okay? Are we good here? NYPD Blue is on. I need to know if we're good here." None of you follow my mom on Twitter, right? None of you follow her on Twitter? Well, if you did, you'd find out she's very racist. My mom's very racist. This is an actual quote my mother said during the holidays. I was calling her out on her being a racist. She said, "I'm not racist, John. I'm just telling it like it is." Which is like the most racist thing you could say without actually saying anything that's racist. And it's just like my mom's from Cambridge in the 60s. She's from a time where she doesn't know she's wrong now. That's her problem. And she says a lot of uncomfortable things, out in public. She says the wrong things. We were at a Chipotle not too long ago. You know, where bad stuff happens. That's just She taps me on the shoulder, and she's like, "Ooh, ooh, 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 ooh. Is that Kobe Bryant over there?" And I turn and look, and it was a black male wearing a Kobe Bryant jersey. That was it. That was enough for her to think it was him. Because you know how often Kobe Bryant goes to Chipotle's in Framingham, Massachusetts, and doesn't have time to change out of his work clothes? Gonna be late for the game, but I want that pizza.